You know what I always struggled with? Okay, so typically speaking, I've always been into makeup, okay? For sure. It's just fun. It's so fun to like emulate different looks, get dressed up in different aesthetics every day and just surprise people. I like that, that face, the reaction they have when they see me. And a lot of the times it includes me putting on like kajal, basically tightlining my eyes, and just doing a lot of different shit, right? And even my dresses. But even though I did that, and to a lot of people, it always felt like I had a strong, like, you know, a sense of self. I knew who I was and I knew what I wanted to do. A lot of the times, the different aesthetics I'd go through was obviously, especially at such a young age, like, for example, when I was 14, right? It's easily influenced by what others are thinking or saying, just because you're not grounded yet. But I'm still struggling with that even though I'm 19. And I mean, yes, it's common. A lot of people do. A lot of people don't even find themselves until they're like, what, 30 half the time? But I'm tired of struggling with this. And so I just wanted to see if I could talk it out. And I don't know. I mean, it's not going to be easy as coming to a simple conclusion, but I feel like it could help. So I guess, for example, let's see. Recently, a friend of mine, she's been getting hit on by a lot of guys. And I like, if you ask me, do you think like your value increases as a woman because guys like you? I would say no, right? But it's like that feeling I've never gotten rid of. It's still there. It's like deep hit, like embedded in me, and I'm struggling with it on how to like get past it emotionally speaking, right? Because logically, like my brain would be like, no, but it shouldn't affect me. So why do I feel that way? So there's a huge disconnect within me, and I guess that's, again, I know a lot of people experience with this too. So I do feel less lonely about it, but I'm really impatient. I don't like having problems like these, and I just, you know. And so when my friend, one of the guys, like somehow he got his number, and God bless her, I feel so scared for her, but either way, he got her number, and even though she kept was clearly, he was just kind of like being creepy, and he's like, oh, you're so natural, you're so beautiful, and I noticed a lot of people have complimented about her being like that, and my first reaction and thought is, huh, maybe I'm doing too much with myself. That shouldn't be my first thought, right? In the end, this is the problem with my friend. She's experiencing some issue. I should be there to help her. Why am I thinking of this, even in the first place? Why am I even thinking of this as like a weird competitive way, And I guess all I had to do, like, I had to force myself, like, not to go into the other way. Like, if I wanted to wear kajal, I should wear it today. But then I realized, me wearing kajal, where did it start from again? Because actually the same friend was looking at my high school photos and she was like, oh, you look so pretty, then like you should do your makeup more like this. And that was where I used to do like a particular look with kajal, and I started doing that again after she said that. So then I started tracing it back. I was like, okay, fine, where did this start from then? Like, where did I start following what other people told me? Like, those little comments, the little actions or situations that happen, it like influenced me in such subtle ways I didn't realize how drastically my look changed. Because I can categorize the moments, the eras of when I would do this, which is common for anyone, yeah. But it's like, it's in this weird loop where my brain has started to hurt because I associate feelings and the way my mindset was during those times, and instead of like me growing past it, it feels like I'm still stuck in a loop. Like kajal, I would do the same thing in 10th grade too, and it was just so it could make my eyes pop, which is normal, yes, but it was for a certain intention, if you know what I'm saying. On ninth grade, I would do crazy eye makeup looks because I wanted to be known. I don't know what it was, I just wanted people to know me, which again is fine. It's just that at some point it gets exhausting, right? Because if that was just the case, I could have stayed like that, but I didn't. I kept changing it based on what I thought was the best, because again, in regards to the other people's like perception of me, for example, 11th grade, it was me being more cutesy and everything. I got bangs till here, and then I was wearing more pink and like feminine like type of looks. But then halfway through, this was actually kind of sad. But because I like this girl, and I really wanted to see more masculine, so I chopped my hair off again. Like I used to be like that in 9th grade as well. I had a masculine phase where I was like trying to be very like, cause I liked a girl. That, yeah. Anyways, so but it's like every iconic or like era of anything I could think of self-expression for me, it's always been related to what other people thought or have said, and I hate it so much. Like, I know it's common with a lot of people, but I can't handle it. Like, I somehow, while being such a person who's easily influenced, at the same time I have this very strong, like, stubborn like aspect of my personality where I hate copying others, or I hate, like, you know. But I another story, when I was in second grade and third grade, no, third grade I think, I was known to be such a copier, because I would just copy people, like, in anything, you know. Because again, I mean, back then it's fine, I was a stupid kid, but, like, you know, I feel like that contradiction, like that contradictory part of me is just carried over in my teenage years, even now. And I just don't feel like any, you know, I'm just so frustrated with myself. And that stubborn part of me wants me to have something that I like. Like, I went to it first. I originally liked it. I was not influenced by anything else. I know, which is hard, because I don't exist in a vacuum, obviously. But still, it's like the frustration in me desperately needs that, and I don't even know where to start. But I can't waste my time on this too. I have my end terms coming up and I need to study, but, like, my brain likes to suck in whatever it can and just focus on anything it can. I struggle to control it, which my mom says I should meditate, but my lord, I feel like meditation's even worse for me. I sit there and that's all I do. I don't know how to stop those thoughts. But either way, so yeah, I don't know what the point of this video was, but this is just me ranting about the fact that I don't know how to find a sense of self at this age at 19 years old. Like, I know I have time, but I want to do something about it right now, you know? I don't like this feeling that I'm always floating up in the air, and I'm just so easily pushed around by these situations. Like, I feel like this speaks out large. It's not just about look-wise, right? In the end, it's about, like, how I act in certain decisions. You know, this happened with my personality many times too, because when I first took, like, for example, the MBTI, I'm not saying this is accurate or whatever, but, like, when I first took it, though, I got a certain MBTI, okay? And that's still what my MBTI right now is. I know it is. That one aspect, I'm proud that I know what it is. But throughout high school, it changed multiple times because I was trying to portray my personality in a certain way because I wanted people to perceive me that way. So then I would purposefully, like, I guess I would try to act into that personality as I did these MBTIs. And the thing is, a lot of people would say it could work in a different way because, you know, there's been suggestions, like, there were these trends where people, like, you need to act like the way you want your higher self or whatever, etc., to be like, right? But I was just straight up pushing myself out of my boundaries, and that just brought out such a different and horrible time for me, where I was losing even, like, the little aspects I knew of myself, or was at least evolved to be from childhood. And I'm struggling to find a balance between what I want to be versus what I need to be, you know, because as much as I want certain things, in the end, if it's not my personality, if it's not something I like, then I shouldn't push myself for it, right? For example, I can't be an easy sports person. Like, if I don't like that shit, I don't like that shit. But there was a time in high school where I tried to push myself to be that. So it's, like, things like that, you know, or, like, in just decision-wise, like, personality, like, decision-wise, letting how I overthink shit, and then, like, you know, trying to, like, focus on one thing at a time, how to control my anxiety. All of that comes to this, like, knowing of who I am, what I am, and what can I do, you know, and having to deal with the uncertainty of life, that sometimes even if I have that, things can turn out differently, and I have to be okay with it and not blame myself for it, again, which I struggle with so much. And so I don't know, how do you find that at 19 years old? I guess I don't know. I feel like maybe it's important to, like, I mean, people say journal, right? I can journal. I feel like that helps a lot. Writing helps a lot, and talking like this helps a lot too, because I can always refer back. Well, actually, no, I hate referring back to, like, videos like these. I don't think I'll ever look at this again. I don't like hearing my own voice. Anyways, oh my god, I see that. So, I guess talking like this helps. Writing helps. But then, like, it comes to those moments, like that friend example I gave, you know, and, like, the reason I started even wearing kajal, right, what is it? Like, what about it? How do I want to be seen? Like, why do I, but that's the thing though, how do I want to be seen? As in, like, it shouldn't be by what other people, it's about how I want to be seen by myself, right? Like, what do I think of me? What do I want me to think of me, right? I want to obviously respect myself, right? I need to have that self-respect. I want me to be more strong mentally, who's able to control her thoughts and not let overthinking, this OCD thing I have, to control me, right? I need to let myself manage my anxiety. I want to be a good presenter. That's one thing. I want to be able to speak like this in public. I can't, but I want to, because I want to be a lawyer. I have a long way to go. So I want to do that. But then, this is gonna be too cringy. I don't know if I want to talk about it. But, like, you know, it's like, you want to be seen, like, in a cool way sometimes, right? You want to be seen like you're pretty, maybe sexy. You just want to be seen in certain ways. But I wish I didn't have that. I don't want to have that. But then I don't know how to control that part of me. It's like, that's another thing. I feel like there's such different parts of me that don't get along. I feel like I'm generally, like, multiple personalities living in, like, one body and one vessel. Not that I actually, why did I come out with that? Yeah, actually am, but it's more like, I don't know what it's more like. It's just weird. Like, I know that part of me exists, and it's like my brain is switching between places. Again, not like actual personality switch, but, you know, and that I just struggle. I straight up struggle with it so much. I'm arguing with myself. I sit down, I'm, like, literally, like, frozen in place, like, huh? Yeah, so those are different things too, I guess. Comparing myself and all in, like, you know, that aspect of what do I want to be seen as? What do I want to be perceived as? But why? Why them? Why not me? Like, in the end, I'm the one who has to live with myself, right? But you know, in a weird way, I think it is me, obviously, right? Perceiving, like, it's me pretending to be those people who are in my delusion looking at me while I'm walking, which chances are they're not. Even if they are, it shouldn't matter, but they're not. But it's me in the end, right? So in the end, it is me. It's just I'm putting this perspective of other people in there, and I have to, like, claw it away and be like, what do I want, right? If that makes any sense. I don't know. I want myself. Like, it's not about, I feel like, especially before, I would think, like, if to be respected, maybe you need to be colder. If you want to be respected and seem mature, you need to be more reserved. It's not necessarily the case, right? So, and the worst part, I remember when I was a kid, I would force myself to, like, I do my best. I'm like, don't talk this much, don't be this peppy. I could never control myself. I was always this yappy. I didn't find a way to stop it, sadly. I wish I didn't, but I did. And yeah, and that also caused me to gain this extreme humility, like this thing where I can't handle any sort of humiliation. Even though, I'll be honest, my whole life I've been humiliated again and again. I've experienced absolutely embarrassing moments. I have such horrid stories, because I don't know what I was fucking doing. It's Devi Vishwakumar, but in another level. And I don't know, I still can't get used to it, because there's this part of me, like I said, it's judging me constantly, wants me to be a certain way. So I can never accept those parts of me. But I should. I should accept those parts of me, and that's how it is. It's a way to move on, right? It's a way to, like, regain who I am and be like, it's okay, you know, it's okay. Wow, that's so tough. I don't know. This started with me thinking about what I should do tomorrow. Should I go with no makeup today? Should I look natural? Bitch, just do what you want. But what is it that I want, though? Like, even when what I want is being perceived in that way, right? So it's like, but what is it I want? So I guess overall, my whole life, from what I've understood, is that I want to seem like I want to be mature, obviously, right? And I want to seem like I should be respected. And I want to seem like I'm not pathetic. That's my biggest fear, being pathetic. It's just my biggest fear. Like, those embarrassing moments I felt, like, it's a pathetic feeling, you know, absolute degradation. It's so bad. And I feel like, in a way, me being like this, having those different eras, being so influenced, is pathetic. That is what it's pathetic, right? But, like, yeah, but for me, the way my brain works, and I guess you can say these are mostly intrusive over OCD thoughts, it's genuinely how it's controlled me a lot of my, like, for a big portion of my life. It's like, if for example I messed up, like right now when I'm speaking, whenever I mess up in public, pathetic, I'm stupid, I'm useless. I make a mistake, I seem too overconfident, I do something really stupid, pathetic, you useless, you might as well die because no one's gonna love you anymore. Genuinely the thoughts I would have as a kid. Even now, sort of much better, but still, it was bad. And that caused me to like limit my expression in different ways, and I guess also be vulnerable to other people's like comments or anything, good or bad, whatever it may be. It was easy to like absorb those in. And I feel like I never really had stability in my life to a way for me to like have that stability within myself either. And I knew that as a kid. To see a lot of the things I'm talking about, I feel like I internally know, but I guess I do need to spit it out more. So it's like I'm talking to me, like, listen, fucking bitch, listen to me right now. You know, get a hold of yourself. Like, you can, that is pathetic. I'm letting other people's perceptions, or what I think are other people's perceptions, affect me, which is worse. Like, why am I doing that? I don't even know what they think. Who gives a fuck, right? So, like, stop that, and stop being so judgmental. Like, why am I being so judgmental? That makes me so rude. Like, stop being so rude, right? That's not mature at all. I don't know. And I just really want to calm down. I struggle with. I'm gonna try meditation tomorrow. But yeah, so I guess that those are like issues I faced regarding my sense of self, and I want to find that stronger hold, you know, like being mature isn't a certain look, trying to be respected in the end. I don't think I want to seek that out like by other people. I want to seek that out for from me, right? So what makes me want to respect myself? If I say things, I want to get it done, right? I don't want to be judgmental. I like want to have a nicer routine. Like, I think also because like as a kid, my mom would always tell me like I have all the talent and potential, but I never had the discipline, and that's stuck with me for so long. So I think that respect part comes from that too. I feel like I deserve no respect or no dignity because I have no discipline. Like, I'm not saying my mom's horrible, but like it was there. I feel like that's impacted me in such different ways. So it's like, only if I do this is on right time should I respect myself. Sometimes I feel like that too, and not sometimes, a lot of the times, and I feel like I shouldn't either. That's still not the way to go, right? Maybe it's like I should give respect for myself for I'm trying to be better, right? I've always tried to be better. I've always tried to improve and be kinder to others, so I should respect that. You know, and I respect that even though I'm confused on what to do with my life, the fact is I'm trying. I respect the fact that there's a lot of things I want to do, and even though I'm struggling and being overwhelmed and not being able to accomplish anything, and a lot of the times I fail, the fact that I'm going towards it is something I should respect for myself, and that it should make me mature. Like, I don't want to be ashamed to admit the fact that I think I am mature to a certain level, right? And this comes to beauty as well, right? If I think I'm pretty, I should be able to like say that to myself. I'm not talking about others. It's just in general, I can't even say it to myself, you know? Like, I might think it like deeply, but then I'd be like arguing with myself, like, you know, I'm like, bitch, you need to fix this. But I need to not be like that. I need to be like, it's okay. If I think I'm pretty, that's fine. And I don't want to go into a room and think I'm the prettiest person. I hate that. I hate that so much. But it's like those intrusive thoughts come in, or like, you know, as a kid, when people were always comparing like who's the prettiest or ranking people, like kids used to do that, man, and that genuinely has impacted me until now. So like, for example, this friend thing, I feel like that directly correlated from what's been happening since I was a kid, and it just came out of me. Like, I didn't say it obviously, but it came like into my head as a thought, and I was like, what the fuck? I don't want to be thinking like this. The heck? You know, like, why am I comparing? Why should I be even doing that? Like, why am I even competing for a man's attention? Like, anyone's, you know? Like, why? Girl, man, I don't care. Like, just why? I know why, but I don't want to be so, like, stop. Yeah. But, you know, I used to be quite narcissistic as a kid. I remember that era of my life. I was like, I'm the main character. I know I am. I'm gonna find a magical amulet, and turn into a princess like Sophia the First.